Hello everybody, today I want to do a little unboxing of a classic Call of Cthulhu box set called Cthulhu by Gaslight. Now this one that I hold in my hands is from 1986. It was published by Chaosium Inc. and I got it second hand from Innsmouth House, which is associated to the yorksathoth.com website and podcasts, and I got this although I know that there is going to be a new edition in 2012, but I just love box sets, and this one especially because I love the makeup and the picture on the front especially. Usually I'm not too happy with the way Call of Cthulhu is designed by Chaosium. Most of the time the graphics and paintings and pictures that they have are really bad, but this one I especially like. This old gentleman walking around somewhere in London, you can see Big Ben in the background, and then you see this kind of monstrous plant tree here coming in and trying to get him. So what is in the box? In the box, it's not very wide, as you can see here. It's quite thin. Doesn't compare to the Nyarlathotep one that I showed you earlier. This is a fairly small box. We have on the one hand the Yorkshire Horrors, which is the adventure that is included in the Call of Cthulhu by Gaslight horror role-playing game box set. We also have a character sheet. We have the source book for the 1890s. And we have a really big, huge map of London. It's well, easily 4 A4 pages big, and it looks really good. So, now that you know what is in the box, let's take a look at the actual books. They are all, as you can see, stapled. It's normal paper, not glossy, black and white as usual, for Chaosium Inc. The actual game itself requires the rulebook. The Call of Cthulhu based rulebook. You cannot play this on your own. It brings in something that quite a lot of people have criticized about this particular adventure. It brings in Sherlock Holmes. A lot of people have said, well, you know, Call of Cthulhu and Sherlock Holmes, we don't like this, we don't like the combination. Also, we don't like if real people are brought in, or fictitious people, but still people from a different, if you like, mythological background. I have no problems with it in general. I suppose just like Cthulhu has become part of popular culture, and anyone and everyone could come and write a story containing Cthulhu. Anyone and everyone can write a story or talk about Sherlock Holmes and use him in one of their games, stories, etc. So the actual story is about 47 pages long. It is set, of course, in England. It's set somewhere around London, and you don't really travel very much. It is, after all, Cthulhu by Gaslight, so by definition it is an English setting. And it is your usual fare. You have stat blocks, and you have drawings, and you have plenty of text. So the actual presentation of the text, stat blocks are not really defined. You just have to find them yourself. No sidebars. So as far as the presentation goes, it's 1986 and it shows. The source book will give you information about how to create characters in this particular era, something about era-specific weapons, England in the 1890s, timelines, biographies, locations, map of London, communications, London crime, the Metropolitan Police District map, Rails of Great Britain map, the occult in the 1890s, prices, price lists, clothing, time travel, scenario suggestions, Sherlock Holmes timeline, Cthulhu and H.G. Wells. So it also makes it possible for you to create your own stories, if you like, your own scenarios for this particular time frame. And here you can also see a picture of Oscar Wilde. So they would bring in other celebrities of the time. So you have Lewis Carroll is mentioned, William Gladstone, of course, Rudyard Kipling, Robert Louis Stevenson, Bram Stoker, of course, as well, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, H.G. Wells. So all kinds of different people of that time could be brought in as well. You have information about them. And of course that is a little bit like other source books for this era. They bring in historical people that you would have encountered in that time, and you just have to build your own campaign around them. I don't really know how active the Gaslight Cthulhu scenarios were, if there are any more than this one. I've only seen source books, I haven't really seen any scenarios. I don't know if it works, or if it works well for that matter, but I really, really like the box set. I love maps, and I love well-made products, which is why I got this. If you can get a hold of this, try, because it's really worth it. And even if it's just something that you take out every now and again and look at and use for your own materials and your own ideas, you don't necessarily have to play this particular scenario. Okay? So, bye!